Is that why Kevin Wilson said yesterday they just keep coming over the walls?
I mean, yeah, we got a really deep and really experienced defensive line right now. I think as a unit we're all really progressing and doing a really good job this fall camp so far.
Who has stepped up in your mind, Jack, over the last couple of weeks? Just maybe you had your mind on him to begin with, but I'm talking about your group.
That's hard. That'd be hard to pick one out, really, because honestly, I mean, we're all just flying off the ball, and we're all progressing so much, and as a unit, we're heading in the right direction where we need to be, and so it'd really be tough to point like one specific person out right now.
This time a year ago, obviously you're a freshman, but did you have the same feeling about your group as you do now?
Yeah, and then probably more so. Our unit just keeps getting better. This offseason with Coach Mick was a tough one, and we all went to work every day with the mindset we're going to be the best in the country, and we came and we competed each and every day, and I think that's why our unit's doing so well and getting so much better.
Jack, yesterday Kevin Wilson said he chuckles sometimes when the threes go out and Mike Hall's in there, and he says Mike Hall is a one anywhere else in the country. I'm wondering, the times you get to be out there with Mike, or you get to watch him maybe when you're sitting out, what stands out about a player like him?
I mean, Mike's just, he's a crazy athlete. His first step's ridiculous, and Mike's doing a really good job. I can't wait to see what Mike can do this year, and just the burst he has off the ball is what stands out the most to all of us.
Like another guy in your room, Tyler Friday, getting named the captain this past weekend. He's had some injuries, he's been around the program a while. How has he been a leader to you and the rest of your teammates?
Yeah, no, I think he's definitely one of the most deserving guys on the team to get that captain award. Just seeing what he had to go through last year, him being his senior year and then getting hurt in the summer, workout, it sucked and it crushed him. It crushed us too. Just seeing him coming to work every day with a positive attitude and being able to bounce back the way he did really meant a lot to us. And then the way he attacked, the offseason this past offseason. So that's kind of how he leads by example. So.
How was he led by example this preseason so far, now that he is getting back to being in party drills, looking forward to the season that he's getting to play in this fall?
Oh, he just brings, he brings a lot of intensity. He's a physical guy, so, he fits well into our room, and, a lot of us like seeing that physicality he brings too. So I just think, he brings that physicality, that toughness.
Jack, what had you seen from Evan Pryor in camp just before his injury? What had he shown you as a running back?
Evan Pryor, man, he made strides this offseason, getting his body right, and, he looked so much better than he did last year, and the way he was moving, it's the only part of sports that I hate is injuries, and I just feel so bad for him. Me and Evan are pretty close, and, having that happen sucks, but I know he'll bounce back better than ever.
But he was ready to go.
Yeah, he was, he put himself in position to, get on the field a lot this year.
Does that ever give you pause about the sport you play? That, like you and I talked about one time, auto racing and football, you put a helmet on, you're in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Whether you're practicing or playing, right? I mean, does that ever give you pause to see a guy go down and had such a promise like 5 seconds ago?
It just makes you grateful for every time you step on the field, really, because you never know when it could be your last. You never know when it could be stripped away from you for an extended period of time. And, every time we put that helmet and shoulder pads on, we're going out there and we're colliding at full speed with other grown men. So, we know that's part of the job we signed up for. And, it's just so unfortunate that it has to happen like that.
You talked about making strides. What strides have you made, whether it's on the field or off the field this year, that you're noticing the most?
I just try to really get in the playbook, learn a new defense. Just try to, put my head down and really make sure I know where I'm supposed to be in every play and every, package. So I'd say that's really where I made a lot of strides, and obviously on the off season put on some more weight and getting stronger. And, just kind of just trying to tune up everything, because you can get better at everything.
From the limited practice that we've seen, I've also seen you try to talk to some guys, whether they're younger or older. What are some things that you're saying that maybe you weren't saying a year ago to try to help themselves and yourself?
Yeah, I mean, they're just going through, the grind of camp. Some of those young guys, you kind of hit that wall. I think we all did last year for sure. And, just let them know that, just keep grinding. You're going to have bad days. You're going to have good days. You're going to have in-between days. So no matter what, you can't get too high and too low. And it's kind of like been my message to all the young guys this year.
Jack, how much more pressure? Go ahead. How much more is on your plate in this camp? Given that you are a defensive end, but there's also this kind of like Jack Leo stuff out there. Does it feel like you're learning two different positions, or just how are you kind of balancing all that?
I just try to take it one day at a time with everything. I think our whole unit's doing a good job of that as well, with all the different packages and stuff we have. I think we're all just attacking each and every day. Just focusing on that day, not looking ahead. And I think it's done a good job of keeping us on track with everything.
Is your playbook thicker than a 3 techniques?
Huh?
Is your playbook thicker than a 3 techniques?
I'm not
You understand
sure.
what I'm saying? If indeed,
Yeah.
y'all are doing something.
I think we're all about the same. I think we're all about the same to learn. And we're doing a good job, and Coach Wills is doing a good job of teaching us the defense.
Is Teron, Vince, do you sense something big coming from this guy? I mean, obviously the Rose Bowl, he had a tremendous Rose Bowl. But what did you notice different about Teron?
I like Teron just because he plays so mean and nasty inside. I think that's something that we definitely need. We need more of. And when Teron's on the field, he's bringing the intensity and he's bringing the energy. So I love playing with him, and I know everyone else on the D-line does too. And so I'd say it's what he brings to the table every practice and every snap when I'm out there with him.
How much pressure do you feel this year coming off? You're 5-star. Now it's kind of your time to shine. Do you feel that?
I'm not trying to focus on that. I don't really feel any pressure right now. And I heard a quote one time that said, "Pressure is privilege." So if anyone feels like I should have pressure, that's kind of a good thing. But at the same time, I'm not worried about pressure. I'm just trying to go out there and play as hard and as best as I can every time I step on the field.
We've heard so much about the nastiness with this defense. How have you seen that out there, not just on the D-line, but throughout the whole team?
You just see it every day. Guys are just flying around. This defense is, enabled us to fly around and make plays. And, when you get a bunch of athletes like we have on our defensive side of the ball and unleash us pretty much, a bunch of good stuff happens. So,
what's your comfort level with the Jack Leo position now versus where it was in spring?
I'd say my comfort level with the whole defense is pretty good. I think along with everybody else on the defense, we're kind of learning the whole playbook pretty well. And, so we're doing a good job with the playbook right now.
You're getting good at this.
You've basically been told not to talk about it, right? I mean,
Huh?
you've basically been told not to talk about it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what position you're talking about.
What would you say to someone?
Thanks,
we
Jim.
heard Zach Harrison say, "We got to show it on the field." What would you say to someone that's heard all this talk about the defense, but is still skeptical that it's going to struggle this year?
Like Zach said, we just gotta, people can talk, people can set expectations for us, people can say this, can say that, but it doesn't mean anything until we step on the field and prove it and show it, every game and every snap. So, we're all looking forward to September 3rd for obvious reasons, and then, to show everybody what we're about on the defensive side of the ball this year. So,
I feel like you guys are winning more in practice. Like some of the tight ends yesterday were talking about how maybe easy's probably not the right word, but maybe they felt like they had an edge in practice last year, and now it feels a little more even this year.
I think there's some good competitions going on for sure. I think we definitely limited some explosive plays. I say this fall camp than last fall camp. Like last fall camp, there's explosive plays all over the field. But it's been good competition. This year we've been back and forth. I think that's how it should be. And they win some, we win some. So I think it's just all good. We're competing together. Keeping each other healthy and just trying to get better.
How's it been going against Paris with him now at left tackle? Just what have your impressions been of him?
Oh, it's good. I think Paris is a good tackle. I think DeJuan is a great tackle too. And going against those guys every day, just can only get you better in the competition. When I win one, he wins one. Then we're battling. So then I think it just iron sharpens iron, and that's kind of like the slogan here. And so until you actually live that, you don't understand it. But going against those guys each and every day, you start to understand it.
One last question for Jack, if we have it. If not, Jack, thank you.
Jack, Coach Jay was talking about how you typically take the biggest jump between year 1 and year 2. Physically, what that jump is for you, but where do you think the biggest jump has been for you now that you've been in the program for a year and played college football?
I just think it's the familiarity, or however you say that, with the speed of the game. And I think we've all the guys in my class have done a great job with that, just playing fast. I think that was our problem when we first got here, is we were thinking too much. And obviously we all need to get a little bigger and stronger. But I think just playing fast was the key for all of us in our grade. And right now I feel like we're really playing fast. We're back to how we used to be. So I'd say that was the biggest jump.
How much weight have you put on since you got here?
I think like 35 pounds. All right, guys, appreciate it.